You guys ready to get this show on the way?
Yep.
All right, ready when you are, Ben.
Yep.
All right, hello. Today is Wednesday, January 18th, and we are going to start the Board of Assessors meeting for West Bridgewater at 6:02 p.m. And we have no appointments this evening. Looks like we have no correspondence. We have some things to sign while we're here, and first thing we'll just do is the minutes from January 4th. Did everybody get a chance to review them?
Yes, I did. I just had one question on it. The motion wasn't made to go into executive session, as I told you that night. So I just would like to have that edited and put in there that was no motion made, just a vote, roll call vote.
That's fine. No worries.
Okay.
Anything?
Nope.
No worries. Well, we'll get the minutes redone and then we will discuss it at the next meeting. So we'll go right into old and new business. So we have the budget for this year. And we're doing that in open session or executive session?
It's up to you guys. It's totally up to you. I have also correspondence. We received a notice of intent for chapter land, and I put it in executive session. Daniela said sometimes you guys discuss it in the open, so it's up to you. It's a parcel up on Manley Street, Walnut off of Manley. And they want to sell. So this is their rights of first refusal.
I
To
don't know
the
if you
board.
should just say the map and lot number.
Yeah,
I think that's probably a better way to do that,
that's fine. We can do it, yep.
if we do it in open.
Do you want to do it in open, or does anyone want to discuss it? We can wait till executive session.
I don't think it really matters either way, but we don't have it on the agenda.
We have it under executive session.
Under
Notice of
which?
intent, the third one down, to review and discuss notice of intent for real estate in chapter 61.
All right, since it's under then executive session, it should go in executive session.
We'll keep it for executive session, beautiful. All right. And you want to move the budget to executive session?
It doesn't matter to me either way. I'm just, guys,
Doesn't matter to me.
that's fine. We can do it in open session. All right, so let's talk about the budget.
We good with that? So the budget, as I told you 2 weeks ago, the select board would like it to be level funded. So if you look at my bottom line, you can pass it around, it's as
There's no-
level funded as I could get it.
Excuse, there's no copy for each of us?
No, I sent you an email, I showed Debbie today, so I only brought my one copy, but
Can we get another copy?
definitely. Do you want me to run down and make you up one?
Please.
Give me those, I'm just running through the copier. So if you look at the bottom line, oh, thank you. The bottom line is pretty much level funded, like $200 over, but that's not bad. The one line that changes everything is we need to hire a commercial appraiser for one of the ATV cases. And that I'm getting proposals on. So we have that in here too we can discuss. That I put in executive session because it is ATV.
Right.
So we'll talk about that. But otherwise, saving the money from the prior assessor to my salary and then Mary Ann's, it gives us about 10,000. That's why I put 10,000.
Mhm.
You know, so that way we'll level fund it at the bottom line. Or pretty close to it.
Well, once we all get copies and get a chance to at least look at it,
We can pick it apart.
exactly, just to go over it so there's no questions, confusion, everybody's gets a chance to comment on it.
Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, so we have elected officials, that stays the same. Appointed, which was you. That goes down because of the personnel change. Clerical. So clerical goes slightly down. But it goes up because they get an their increase to their contract there, correct? Am I reading this correct?
We were told by administration to increase 2%. They don't get a step this year, neither one of the secretaries get a step this year, so they're just the increase of the 2%. But Mary Ann's, because she's stayed.
Right, no,
Yeah.
I know that
So
one I
that's the
remember.
difference in that, so it makes it a little,
Alright, so that would just base their contract, and 1,500 is enough for training,
mm-hmm.
and then the engineering and the map updates, there's no increase there this year?
Yep, not that I can see that we need it.
Okay. And filing fees are fine. Consultant is where we talked about the larger,
Consultant services, that is where we're going to, that's the account that would be pulling for a certified general appraiser, commercial appraiser. They want it in writing, they want the ATB, I'm sorry, the ATB wants it in writing, they want their report in September, so we're gonna have to pay for it.
no, that's fine.
And where it is September, we can put it on the budget for '24. If it was sooner, we'd have to go and see if we couldn't get more, for this year.
Alright, and the web hosting's not going up?
Not that we know of.
Okay. So I think that's still under contract.
Right, this is the last year.
Okay.
This is the 5th year, I should say. Postage, I did an extra 2% just because somebody said postage is
They did,
going
yep.
up. And the other departments were adding 2%, and I said, okay, so I added 2%.
No, makes sense.
And contractual services, the same thing. I have an email out to Patriot on the 504s. We have them out to a couple of things, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. But if they go up, they're not going to go up huge.
Okay.
I hope. Keep our fingers crossed.
Well, yeah, that would be bad.
I would have to find another subcontractor for it. There's 3 out there for certain things that I use, and Patriot always comes in the best.
Mhm.
So if they're 2 off the scale, then I'll go looking again.
Well, hopefully that
But
won't be the case.
I don't think it will either. I don't think so. I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
But up to 2% just to cover any increases, at least help. Plus, like I said, they wanted it level funded. I went bottom line level funded, so.
Yep, no, that's good. And then we just have dues and meetings, which should be fine. Annual school and equipment replacement, so.
And you know
Should be good.
that our meeting with the selectmen's is February 1 at 7:40, and with finance is February 2 at 8:05. You
Yes,
have
I
this?
have that sitting here somewhere.
Okay.
Yep.
And everybody else is good.
All right. I think that is good. And is this already, this last copy, assuming everybody here is good with it, already upstairs?
Yes, I sent that up this morning. Linda had me correct one little thing on it, and that was fine. Everything else is good. They haven't said anything, so I'm sure they're gonna just present it.
Mhm.
Okay, nope, that's fine. I just want to make
If
sure.
not, they'll contact me. I'll let you guys know.
Oh, no, I'm sure that they will. It's just nice to have it in on time and no one looking for anything.
Nope, it's in.
Good, awesome. All right, is there a motion to accept the budget as presented by Ann?
So moved.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the ayes have it. All right, and you said it's already upstairs, so it's good, we can forget
Yep.
all about it until February now, unless.
February 1.
Unless they
So
have a question.
Our next meeting is February 1, so we'll meet here first, and then we'll go up. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have questions for us then. But-
Yeah, I doubt there'll be very much, because there's not a lot of big change, and
No.
it's
Don't.
been a quiet year, so
Nope.
I don't imagine there'll be really much for questions.
Nope.
think
I
we
can't
should be
imagine
fine.
either. We're not asking for anything outrageous. We're not asking for anything we don't need. And we did level fund. Bottom line, level funded.
Yep, no, we should be fine when we go up. Nope, should not be an issue. Excellent, thank you. All right, then the only other thing we have on here is the turnover sheet for the department deposit for discussion. So
What is that?
that is when we get money into the office, because apparently there was no real procedure for it before, so we just need to really have a policy. I would rather see no cash come into the office, let it all go to the treasurer collector through them. And then that way, there's no cash.
And what is this for? What is this for? They deposit cash? What do you get?
Right
cash for?
now, when people come in and get an abutters list or something that we charge a fee for, they pay us and then we make a department deposit
Mhm.
or turn over to the treasurer's or the tax collector's office. So Paula wants to bypass that. When they come in, we just send them down there to pay. They come back with a receipt. And then we go from there, so it doesn't even come to our office. But that's something we also have to take up with the treasurer,
Right, I
tax
can-
collectors, so, 'cause
Right,
it's
I'll talk to
it's an
Scott
added
about
job
that.
to
I don't
them.
know why that would have to be changed. They've been doing it that way for, God, 20 years, 25 years. They just go in, pay it, get their abutters list, and that's the end of it. Put the cash in, what, a little,
Cash or
cash
check,
account?
most of the time it's just a check, isn't it,
I don't see
Daniela?
any problem with it.
Most of the time it's just a check.
Why change it?
We can talk about that in executive session.
I don't know why we can't talk about it in an open session. It's right here. We're talking about it now.
Okay? Because there was envelopes of money sitting in the office that hadn't been turned in.
But there isn't any more, and we don't keep cash in the office.
Right,
It
and
comes
that's
in, it goes
why
out,
we went
'cause
this step.
it's not safe, so,
Where was it kept?
in something.
This was all before Ann
Yeah.
was here, apparently, going on. So there was no real tracking of how it came in, who it came from.
When they go
So-
to get the abutters list, isn't there something there that says that they got an abutters list and they paid it?
No.
Is that right, Daniela?
It's marked as paid on the abutters list.
On the
On the
application.
abutters. On the
Yes,
application
it's-
that we have in the office.
Yep,
Mhm.
we date stamp it and mark paid and the method paid.
And where is the cash kept?
There was like a cash,
Drawer?
like, box, yeah.
Oh,
But it wasn't being put, it wasn't getting deposited anywhere, it was just sitting in a drawer. And I don't think that's,
well, I don't see a problem with it, but you can take a vote on it, whatever way you want to do it, but I don't see a problem with it.
well, I just think we need to have checks and balances, so we know what comes in, where it went, what it was for. It's just good accounting, as
Right, but
opposed to
isn't
having.
it's all paid, everything that they come in and get is marked paid on the paper.
Mhm.
So what is the difference?
The difference is it was just, the money was just sitting. It wasn't going anyplace. There was no record of what was coming in, going out.
It does now. It comes in and
Yeah.
it's on a regular basis. It goes right down, it's turnover checks, everything go right down.
Yeah.
And so this would bypass having to come to us. We'd send them down there if Scott approves of it, because it's his department, it's
Mhm.
more work for them.
Mhm.
They're doing it one at a time instead of we bring it down once a week on whatever designated day. So, if we even get cash,
I mean, I don't even think
usually
they get
checks
it
and
that
those get
very
turned in
often,
right away,
Yeah,
so that they can clear.
so why can't it remain that way, that they do it, and that one designated day at the end of the week or the beginning of the week, they bring it all down? Keep it for the office to do.
Because I just don't think we should have cash coming into the office.
I don't agree with you, but
No, I understand.
I don't see any problem. It's been that way for, I remember when I came in 30 years ago to get an abutters list, I paid at the assessor's office, and I got the list.
Right, no, I understand. And people were getting their list, but the cash was just sitting in the office unaccounted for. And I'd like to eliminate that, so there's no question of where anything is, what was in, what was out, where anything came from.
I don't know. I don't see a need for it, but
No, I
take a
understand.
motion, make a vote for it. I don't
Is
see a motion.
Scott's
for it.
office next to you guys almost anyway? Why
Correct.
can't, at the end of every day, if you have money, you just drop it off at his
Well, we do a
office?
turnover, so it's put on a turnover, like a deposit slip, like you would do a checking or a savings deposit slip. We do a turnover, and that goes down to the tax collector's office, so there's a record of it. So it's not kept in the office for any length of time, especially checks, because they need to
Right.
clear. Those have always been gone right out. So if we do it this way, and if Scott approves, then everything would go down to the tax collectors, they'd give them a receipt, they come back to prove that they paid for it, and then that would get attached to the application.
Right, and again, like we had talked about, I just have to talk to Scott about it.
Yep.
I didn't realize it was gonna be on tonight's agenda, so I haven't talked to Scott about it yet.
No, we'll get to it. I mean, it's not like dire emergency.
No, no, I
so
realize
we'll
it, like I
get
said, I didn't know it was gonna be on tonight's agenda.
Right.
You didn't read the agenda?
No, I did
You always
not.
do.
No, I did not. So going forward, Daniela, could you email us the agenda when you post it? Would you do that? Then that way I will have no excuse not to look at it next time.
I post it, so I will, I'll send it to you. Right?
Yeah, then I will not be
Hmm.
remiss. in not
Everybody want a
looking at it
copy?
This time. Yes, when you just email it to Annie, just email it
So
as
for a
well.
policy change, you have to do a vote.
I realize that, but we haven't talked to Scott yet, and that's why I was just saying, we can table this to another meeting, because it all would be contingent upon Scott being okay with it.
If we change it.
Right.
But if we vote not to change it,
But we could vote, but even if we voted to change it, and Scott says, I don't wanna do that, it's irrelevant.
I think we should still take a vote and see if we want to change it and go that next step.
Well, if, you can make a motion if you want. I mean, I think we should talk to Scott first, but if you wanna make a motion,
Yep, I'll make a motion to leave as is the deposits and work out the paperwork after. Is there a second?
all right, Cheryl made a motion, is, any second?
I'm not seconding it. Does that mean I agree with what she wants to do right now?
When
I second
you,
it,
all it means is when you second a motion,
Then we vote on it.
then there's a vote.
Okay.
If there's no second, then there's no vote. So you can second any motion you would like. Or not second any motion, it's entirely up to you.
I'm not gonna second it right now, cause I think it all depends on Scott first, so it's like, we should wait until we know what he wants to do. So,
Okay. So is there a motion? All right, so there's no second, so the motion does not move forward. So is there then a motion to table it until a conversation can be had with Scott to see if this is something that we can go forward with, providing, of course, that the board goes along with it?
I make a motion to table it for right now, and we can, it gives us all time to think about what we want to do, and it gives Scott the opportunity to make his decision.
Okay.
That's a big motion.
Good thing it's recorded for Daniela to get that one. All right, is there a second?
A second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right.
Okay, the ayes have it. All right, we have no public, so I'm going to say we have no public commentary period this evening. And does anyone else have anything for open session?
No.
Nothing? Deb, nothing?
Nothing.
All right, Daniela, you got anything? All right. All right. If that's the case, then I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session and not to reconvene into open session for the purpose of review and discuss pending appellate tax board cases relative to purpose 7, Mass General Law 59 and 60, review and discuss applications for real estate abatements relative to purpose 3, 7, Mass General Law 59 and 60, and review and discuss notice of intent for real estate in Chapter 61. All right, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All right, roll call vote. Colley?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Smith, and Bunker is yes. So, we will go into executive session.